All right, what's up? What's up? Yeah, Atlanta's definitely, interesting. Definitely interesting. Stay away from Atlanta, everybody. All right, whatever you see me do on social media when I'm around certain people, do the exact opposite. All right, these people are crazy. All right, these people are crazy. Welcome, Barbados in the house, Dallas in the house, Canada. What's up? Let's go. Michigan, what's going on? Let's go, let's go. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? And, for those wondering, this is exactly why I don't like to build organizations, because when people pop ranks and, you have to celebrate. So that means a lot of partying and spending money. I had a budget for a week when I went to Myrtle Beach, to Atlanta, to basically come back home. It was $500. 500 turned into 3,000 plus change in spending. So definitely, I don't want to see none of those leaders from Atlanta for at least 2 months, right? Just stay away from them. Very expensive people. All right, just follow me when it comes to trading. All right, I know the saying, monkey see, monkey do. Definitely don't do what we do offline. These guys are, they're something else. They're special. All right. Bogota, what's up? Welcome, welcome. South Carolina, what's up? Phoenix in the house. Let's go. Medellin, what's up? Barbados, Trinidad, welcome. All you guys, Jersey. All right, let's get it rocking and rolling. Let's start. Donald Trump, Dad. Why did we? Trinidad, welcome. All you guys, Jersey. All right, let's get it rocking and rolling. Let's start. DXY. All right, so we had the Donald Trump tweet, right? This was on Friday. I want somebody to explain to me real quick. This was the drop from Friday, correct? But we knew this drop was coming. Why is that? Why did we know this sell was coming? Why did we know this sell was coming, right? Why did we know this sell that came on Friday when everybody said, oh, Donald Trump moves the market, yada, yada. And don't get me wrong, he definitely does, right? What he says definitely will, trigger the market. But we knew the sell was coming. Why is that? Somebody give me an answer. Yes, the fundamentals was part of it, right? So, we got the trade wars with China right now. But why? That's what triggered it. That's what triggered. Yes, there we go. One, we're in a ascending channel. And then number two, you had a bearish flag. You see that? You were in an ascending channel and then you had a bearish flag. Yes, my voice is a little hoarse. It's not gone. That's what happens when you drink too much, right? Like I said, don't party with these people. Very, very dangerous. But yes, that is the answer, right? So I want to show you guys something, because on Friday, Dow Jones. So Friday, Dow Jones plummets 600 points. Why? Because of the China trade wars. All that did, right, for all my people who love fundamentals, all this did was already trigger. That was the trigger to cause this drop. That was already coming, right? We had our impulse. That was your correction. And then that was the continuation. right? Then that was a continuation. That's why I always tell you guys, when you do your due diligence, when you mark up the charts correctly, price is going to move your way. You're going to get that move, right? So here we go. We're already part of this. We're already part of this ascending channel, right? So look what happened the last few times. Every time price hit this level, look what you got here. You got an impulse, you have a bearish flag, and then you have a continuation. You have an impulse, a bearish flag, and then a continuation, right? Then you have another one, an impulse, bearish flag, and then a continuation. So repeated patterns right here, and right here. Same thing. If I highlight this, that's the same thing that happened here. Fit just like a puzzle. And basically over here, impulse, correction, continuation. Now, if I know this bearish flag is coming, right? So bearish flag forming on daily. If I know that's coming, what time frame do I want to look for my sell? At what time frame do I want to look for my sell? All right, talk to me. Somebody give me the answer. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're gonna make sure you guys actually get this, understand this. I don't care if I have to shove this down your throat. You guys are gonna make sure you get your entries on point. You understand what the market is doing at all cost. This is about improving your skill sets, right? So what are we looking for next? Right? 4 hour, 1 hour. 2 time frames down, 4 hour, 1 hour, right? So, boom. I'm going to jump down to the 4 hour. Now, once I get on the 4 hour, what am I looking for? How do I know when to get in the sell? How do I know when this flag is finished? Somebody tell me, how do I know when this flag is finished? Right? That's the $1 million question. Everybody wants to know, when is a flag finished? When is a flag finished? Stevenson, how do you know how long a flag is going to be? When does a bullish flag finish? A bearish flag finish? When does a bearish flag finish? That's the question. When does that finish? Somebody dissect that for me. Right? So the MACD crossover, MACD, all right, engulfing candlestick, MACD. No, if you wait for the engulfing candlestick, Tatiana, you're going to actually miss the move, right? Not all the way, but that's not really what you're looking for, right? Break of trend line on the retest. Okay, guys, so all of those are good answers, right? But here's the thing. So let's play this back. Let's do this for a second. All right. So this is the flag that I need to identify. On Friday, it was the 23rd. So we got this drop on the 23rd. So last time I saw you guys was on Tuesday, August 20th. So the last time I left you guys was here. So now, for everybody that said, wait for flag to be broken. All right, I got my flag to break right here. right? This is a good lesson. This is a good lesson right here. So people are saying, wait for price to break the trend line. Wait for price to break the trend line. All right, trend line broken. Am I okay to enter the sell? I mean, I could. But I'm missing something. What am I missing? I got the break, trend line broken, but what am I missing? What crucial part am I missing? Something's missing here. What is happening here that doesn't want to make me get in on that test, on that sell? No. Now retest. Nope. 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 No MACD crossover. There we go. You see? No MACD crossover. This is the problem. If I enter here, so for all those who said I would have entered on the break of the trend line, you got to think. You guys got to think. Imagine the market. Remember, I left you last Tuesday here, right? Go back to the notes. Last Tuesday, I said DXY, if we get a break, I said one or two things are going to happen. Price is either going to come up and drop or it's going to break this flag and drop. One of those two things. If I sell here, right, I got my break of my trend line. So most people, based off of that principle, would have sold there. So entry here, right? But this is what happens when you don't use multiple confluence, right? The problem is I'm still in a bullish uptrend, right? This and this does not sync. It doesn't go hand to hand. I need both to be in conjunction with each other. So I need to wait for that MACD crossover, right? Because this is telling me that we're still in a buy based on the 4-hour time frame. We're still in that uptrend. So if you would have sold right here, that's why price, for the most part, retested, right? It retested. So one or two things would have happened, right? Some of you guys, you would have placed your stop loss here. Depending on your broker, you would have got stomped out. If not, if you had it a little bit higher, you probably would have survived, maybe, right? Maybe. But to be on the safe side, to make sure you want to see this part right here. This MACD starting to cross over. But we have another issue. What's the other problem? What's the other problem? If I wait on this 4-hour for the sell, what's the other problem? We have another issue. Somebody tell me, what's the issue? What's the issue? We got another problem. There we go, Tatiana. The MACD is crossing kind of late, right? Late entry. Late entry based on the 4-hour. Now, in retrospect, you could say, hey, you know what? This is a longer time period, right? So if I can get in on the 4-hour, just like right here, perfect example. You see this? Right, same thing. So if I do this, come back, boom. This is the exact same scenario, right? Exact same scenario. I'm in a bullish uptrend on my MACD. So I got the break of the trend line, right? Price broke. Again, I don't got my MACD crossover just yet. Now I get it. It's coming. So technically my entry would have been right around here, right? Once I start seeing some bearish momentum, right? Entry here based on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Right? Still a little late, but I got my move to the downside. So you had the same thing over here, but this was late. Late entry. Right? Late entry. If I come here again, put that down. When the Donald Trump tweet happened, right? You've already missed majority of the move. So what you want to do is, and this is the trick, when you have bullish momentum and you're looking for a reversal, this is the key, guys. When you have bullish momentum, so when this MACD on the 4-hour was creating bullish momentum, I want to move down to a smaller time frame. I want to move down to a smaller time frame. So you see here on this same flag, now that I'm on the 1-hour, right? I'm not waiting every 4 hours for a candlestick. Look at where my first entry would have been, right? So let's replay this again. So now we're following the same rules. Remember, we're in a big uptrend. So now I'm on the 1-hour. I'm on a smaller time frame. Boom. So I got my first entry right around here. Stop loss right above there. Right? Now, remember, even when you get a retest, when you're looking at candlesticks, guess what? You need a retest on your indicator as well. Whether you use a MACD, an RSI, you need a retest. So that was my first entry. Right? Now, if I want to sell again, I don't sell here. I can't. I've missed that initial crossover that happened right here. That's why my entry's here. Once this starts moving, I can't enter no more. I need another MACD crossover. I need another MACD crossover for that sell. Right? That's the first one. That's the first one. So if I want to get in, let's say you're trading with your buddies or whatever the case may be, you miss your initial move. All right, I want to get in. I have to wait for another crossover. So I have to wait for this to cross back to that 0 line and do exactly what it did here. Crossover to let me know that the sell is safe. So now I wait for it again. So boom. You see what's happening, guys? Right? You see what's happening? We're starting to get bullish momentum. That's perfectly fine. I wanted to go on a bullish trend. Remember, I'm looking for a sell. So I always want to get in only on a sell, not on the buy. So if the buy happens, let it go up. That's perfectly fine. Right? Like I said, I have a small risk right here. I'm not risking a lot. My entry's here, my stop loss there. Now, this is the thing where a lot of traders lose hope. Again, in this case scenario, one or two things would have happened. Your stop loss could have been above here. Now, based on your broker, based on you trading, whatever the case may be, you would have either survived the trade or got knocked out of the trade. But here's the thing. If you know a move is coming, right, and you get taken out of your trade, as long as you understand the overall structure, you can still get in the trade. Do you guys understand that? This structure right here. Told me sell is coming. Right? The first thing you guys said When you were looking at this chart, you said ascending channel. What's an ascending channel? Ascending is a reversal pattern for a downtrend. So you already know the overall long-term structure. This is a bearish flag. So at the end of the day, I'm looking for a sell, even if I happen to get taken out. So let's say for argument's sake, the trade knocks you out, right? So stop loss hit. Now, most people, they complain, they cry, they think they can't trade. No, 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 no. The setup is still there. It's still there. Why? Because the structure is still there. Unless the structure changes, then you don't change. All you got to do is wait to get back in again. So if I lose this trade, let's just say for argument's sake, we lost this trade. I wait for the same thing to happen again. Boom. I start getting bearish momentum. You see my MACD? You guys see that? Bearish momentum. It's starting to form. It's starting to form. Now I can enter my trade here on this 1 hour candlestick. Entry here. So this is like my second attempt. Right? My second attempt for a sell entry. Same rules apply. Stop loss above. Previous high. And then, voila, guys. Right? Stop loss above. So, see, stop loss above previous high. I get kicked out twice. Right? I got kicked out here. I got kicked out here. So this is basically my third attempt right here. And go back. Replay this. Replay that part right there. Right there. Sorry, not the second attempt. It's actually the third attempt. So, right there. All right, move. Boom. So, when this sell came, and again, you had your news. When this sell came, your third time, right around here, right? Because it was so sharp, that's a 1 hour candle, right? Each candlestick 1 hour. This entire move, that 77 makes up for that 20 pip move lost and this 11 pip stop loss. So 20, 11, 30 pips. So you lost out on 30 pips. You caught from here. That was your third entry. Third attempt. Right there, right? This is where the cross happened. Third attempt. Stop loss right above it. From literally here all the way down, you got about 76 pips. 77, whatever. That makes up for this 30 pip loss that you took right here and right here. My point is, we don't deviate from the rules. That's my point. We don't deviate from the rules. As long as you guys follow the rules, you'll always come out ahead. All right? For those who were in Atlanta, I don't know who was in Atlanta, who's at the event. Again, one of the biggest issues with traders is the mindset, right? So most traders, if they follow these rules, the strategy, you gotta understand, there's no strategy in the world that's perfect. Every strategy has a flaw. Every strategy, you will lose trades. It's about perfecting and having rules. So most traders, if they lost out on this trade, they're already depressed because they feel like they followed the strategy, they followed the rules, and it didn't play out. They get in the second time, and then again, stop loss get hit clearly. Now they're really depressed because it's like, wait a minute, I got in here, and then trade retraced on me, took me out, and then I got in again. Trade retraced on me and took me out. But look what happened on the third attempt. You make up for everything that you lost and then some, and still put your account in head, right? You managed to wipe out your 30 pip loss and still positive 40 pips on one setup, right? I never deviated from my rules, and that's the point. That's what I wanted to point out. I hope everybody gets that. Right? Right? So, yeah, if I keep getting kicked out, that's not a problem. If I keep getting kicked out, I'm going to get in again. I'm going to get in again. Because here's the thing, guys. A lot of times, the trade is not going to take off initially right then and there. You have a consolidation period. This part right here, this consolidation part where a lot of you guys don't like to wait, which is called patience, right? Like, how many times did I say all of last year, silver is going to go up, silver is going to go up? Guys, buy silver. Silver is literally the trade of 2019 for me. I said that in October of October of last year. October of last year, right? But look what happened. In September, price hit that demand zone. Came back, retested, came back, retested. You think because price took off over here, the market's just supposed to take off because you've entered the trade? No. I'm going to buy here. Guess what? It takes me out. I'm going to buy again. Place my stop loss above. Right? I'm going to place my stop loss above here. Look what happens. I get taken out. But my third attempt, right? This is my first. I'm looking left. So this is my first attempt. Price takes me out. This is my second attempt. Price takes me out. My third attempt. Eventually, one of the moves is going to take off. But the problem is, you guys hate this part. Most traders hate this part, the consolidation part. If it's not moving right then and there, then for most traders, it's Armageddon. As long as I stick to my rules, I follow up with the trade. Make sense? All right. So that's my lesson for really today. Right? All strategies work. You just have to follow your rules. So again, right? If we see a clean setup, if you're on this channel, we had a bearish flag, boom, impulse. You could have caught that move right there, right? You had a couple opportunities. At the break here, so even these sells, these were opportunities to get in the trade. So here, stop loss above there, right? Possibly could have taken you out. Stop loss entry here, definitely would have taken you out. That would have been your entry right there. And then that's your move. Right? Right? So just because, and no, you should never use a bigger stop loss. No, never ever use a bigger stop loss. Right? Never. So in this case, if my entry is here and my stop loss wouldn't be all the way up here. That's too big. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to a smaller time frame. Right? And I'm going to find a previous high on a smaller time frame. So if my entry is here, my stop loss would probably have been, if my entry would have been here, my stop loss would have been right here. Based on the 5 minute, that's my previous high. It's not going to be all the way up here. Right? So I have a good risk to reward. Right? So you see there? So I'm risking 20, but again, my reward was 70, 80. right? Use the smaller time frame, or like I said, switch over to wrinkles and look at the previous wick, right? So again, entry somewhere around here. My stop loss is above the previous brick with a wick, right? But my stop loss not going to be all the way up there. That's too much, right? Got my cross. Everything lines up. Boom. Brick with a wick. Would have been right there. All right, so this, we're waiting for a continuation down.
Maar voor alle goede
Bearish flag, and then we're looking for a bigger sell. Right there. That and sell. If you would have used Rankos, yes, right? A lot less in and out. So same thing, right? A lot less in and out. Like I said, that was just out there. So if you would have went on the 15-minute, as you can see, you would have had just one clean sell opportunity right around there, instead of the multiples inside here based off of candlesticks. So choose your battle. If you like Rankos, stick with Rankos, right? Pure price. As you can see, pure uptrend. So by the time it was ready for that sell, it was ready to go. All right. Use a smaller time frame, 5-minute, as you can see there. But again, the smaller the time frame you use, then as you can see, you're going to get a lot more crossovers. So that's going to cause you to get in and out, in and out. The higher the time frame, the stronger the confirmation. So you'll still even run into that issue with Rankos, because as you can see, right, false entries. This was the main one. But again, you got to stick to the higher time frames. So at the end of the day, the rules, again, doesn't change. The system doesn't change. Right? As long as you follow the system, you'll be fine. All right, let's move on. Euro USD. So finally got the big, not a big, but we got basically a breakout. Now I want to see if this is going to continue coming up. And this is what we want to see here. We want to see a bullish flag. We want to see what price does here. We're either going to get that or a breakout. And again, if you get a bullish breakout, wait for the retest before. Wait for a bullish flag or an actual retest with your MACD before buying in. But wait for a bullish flag here before looking for your buy. Right? So when I'm watching this bullish flag, I see on the 1 hour forming, right? That's my impulse here. Bullish impulse. Right? Strong move up. I'll probably go down to the 30-minute, maybe 15. And what I want to see is a retest. This got to come down. I'm in a bullish trend. I don't want to buy anywhere here. I want to see a MACD crossover again before I buy. This got to retest before I buy. Wait for MACD retest before buying. No, that's not the same risk. You just want, every time you put in another order, you're increasing your risk. So instead, if you're taking that 10 and breaking it up into 2 5s, you're actually no, right? I'd rather put one big lot size, or it depends. If I put in let's say a 0.10 here, and then once I'm up 100 pips, then I'll add the 5. But if I add 5 here and then another, no. Yes. So again, if you go to Rankos because pure price, you're not gonna experience as many false breakouts. Great Britain USD. Now look at this one. This was another nice one on Friday. I told you when there's not major news, right? We didn't have a lot of news in Forex Factory. That's usually when pairs like to move. This week, what do we have this week? Nothing crazy this week. Nothing crazy. Your biggest news event is going to be Wednesday nights. You got crude oil news on Wednesday and then New Zealand and all news, but nothing crazy. Right? So, Great Britain, all the Great Britain, we should explain this. We're at pretty much monthly lows. So, now again, since we're at a strong demand zone, we know buyers are going to pretty much enter the market. So, what do I do? See right here, start getting some bullish momentum on my MACD. Perfect. Bullish momentum. What do? Go on the 1 hour. Right? Remember, this was the MACD crossover here. On the 4 hour here. Showing you as an example. Right there. I go to the 1 hour. Here, what do I wait for now, guys? What am I waiting for? Do I buy? What do I wait for? Matt, no need to call for trades. I go over everything. I go over all the majors, all the, cross pairs, most of them. And then I cover a couple of the crypto pairs, but no need to call for setups, right? The whole point of my session, the whole point of a Stevenson Lindor iMarkets Live session is education. Education over just looking at trade setups and outlooks on certain pairs. You don't learn that way, right? For all new people, if this is your first time on my site, you don't learn that way. You learn by how does the market move. My job is to show you how the market moves. All right? Once you understand how the market moves, then you can look at any pair you want and, determine the outlook and what's it going to do. So, exactly, retest. So, look, MACD, retest. Perfect. So, you see that? Good. Wait for that retest. So, you see how that played out? So, I don't buy here. I need a MACD crossover. So, let this pull back. Remember, I don't care how bullish this looks. You see that? See what price did right there? You see how it starts gaining momentum? And this is where a lot of traders get caught. They're looking at a a pair, they see bullish momentum like this, bullish momentum like this, and then da 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 da. Oh, let me start buying, and then boom, wait for that to retest. That's why you use this MACD as a confirmation, a confluence tool, right? Wait for that, right? And look, even though this went up, notice we're still in a downtrend on your MACD. So no buy. I don't buy here. I'm still in a downtrend. I need to see that crossover just like this happen over here. All right? Cross, cross, cross. See? So imagine if you would have bought, because you're looking at price. And this is why sometimes some people go, well, indicators lag, right? Yes, they do lag. But sometimes that's a good thing, because your indicators, your RSI, your Bollinger Band, whatever it is that you use, it wants to make sure that you're buying or selling in that direction. So when this was going up, price action over here saying shoot up, but your indicator was in a downtrend. And imagine if you would have bought here. Look of a bigger downtrend you would have been in. You would have bought here and then boom, almost 50 pips, if not more. That's why waiting for that crossover is important. You're getting your spike. Good, cool. Spike is coming. Now I can start getting in my trade. Now I can start getting in my trade. And as you guys can see, basically price pretty much takes off. Right? You have another chance for an opportunity. So you would have had one opportunity over here, right? Another opportunity over here. And so that's one, that's two. Wait for the retest. No retest. You probably would have saw it if you went down to a smaller time frame. So on this trade setup, you would have had one stop loss around here, two stop loss below here. So you would have had two positions, one here, 140, 140. So 280 pips between two positions. If I buy here, my stop loss is below previous low. So I probably wouldn't have gone this low. I would have probably used a smaller time frame and probably would have put my stop loss probably around this bridge here, right? As you can see, price came low to it, but never tapped it out. And then gave me another opportunity to buy right around here. And then you got your move, right? So what we're waiting for now is to see if price is going to break that. Right? So breakout or reversal. Right? One or two things going to happen. Price is going to either break out or it's going to completely reverse. All you want to do is watch. Odd USD. Be on the lookout for this on Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday. Be on the lookout for that up move. Right? So watch this 1 hour. And then what we want to see, And we're looking for this. That's your buy. You're looking for that. All right. That's your buy. Wait for the crossover. You should get a nice move to the upside. Right? Price came down. You got all this consolidation period. Now we're waiting for that to break out. Wait for that MACD crossover, 1 hour, 30 minute. Once you start getting some bullish momentum, and then look for your buy. No, I actually put it in. You should like my rule of thumb is always wherever I enter at above or below that previous high. If it's a big stop loss, like if I'm trading on the daily or weekly, I'll minimize it by using the smaller time frames, right? But I don't just go like, oh, 20 pips here, 20 pips here, because every situation is different. I might need a 10 pip move. I might need only a 10 pip here. I might need 25 pips here. It might be max 40. I try not to go above 30, honestly. I try not to go above 30 unless it's a great setup and I know I'm going to be there in the long run, but I know there's going to be some swings. I might shoot for like, maybe a 40, max 50. Those are rare experience, extreme situations, but I try to keep my stop losses around 30. If I do 31, 32, I'm okay, but around there. So, what were my notes from last week? Overall, sell. If you go to the smaller time frame, right? You had your sell. But now we're looking for a reversal. We're looking for this to go up. We're looking for this to break out. Right? As you can see, look how strong this MACD is. Strong downtrend. We need some momentum. So I need a breakout, bullish flag before going for that buy. And somebody asks, indicator, okay, again, built in. Some people have it, some don't. I don't know why. But it's there. It's public information. All this stuff is public. Some people have private indicators, but what I'm giving to you is a public one. So MACD 4C, right? It's that one, the very first one, where it says MACD 4C, signal line squatter, right? You can try using the other ones, like this one. Not too far of a difference. The only thing you would have to do is just add a 9 moving average. So how you can do that is go here, put an EMA, and I would take that 9, see that orange 9, and all I would do is just drag it over here, right? You can do that. I want to add, how do you do this? Sorry. I need this over here. There we go. Boom. Sorry, don't grab the actual, just grab the indicator itself. So the line itself, and then there we go. And then just bring it here. I meant the line, not the candlesticks. The moving average itself, and then add it. So you see, it's pretty much the same thing, right? You could do that, but the 4C should be the same. That should be there. So MACD 4C, but it's really the first one. See that? See that? There you go. You do have to have a pro account. All right. Watch for bullish breakout. Watch for bullish breakout. Once you get it, bullish flag, basically retest, and then look for your buy. Right, we're looking for this to go long. Yes, so I'm looking to see bearish or bullish momentum. I don't necessarily want to wait for the line. I just want to start seeing bullish and bearish momentum. The line is going to come, right? Like that's the moving average. That's going to eventually cross. But if I wait for the line, sometimes like if this move, so real quick, so right before, right? So let's use this again, right before that crossover. This is how I would do it. So right there, I'm starting to sell. I'm selling. Right? Because I got bearish momentum. Remember, the whole point of the MACD, it's a momentum indicator. That's the real purpose of it. Like letting you know the strength of the uptrend, downtrend momentum. So my entry is pretty much around here. If I wait for the line, right? In this case, all it did was consolidate. But sometimes you'll have price move, right? Some people like waiting for the line. Some people like waiting for a line. If you like waiting for the line, no problem, right? But in my experience, just once you start getting some bullish or bearish momentum, you want to look for that trade setup. All right, you want to look to pretty much jump in. All right. USD Swiss franc. This was a very, 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 very good trade. So we were actually getting the bullish momentum. Remember I told you guys USD Swiss franc was actually a pair that I liked. So you had the bullish flag. This was actually very beautiful. So we'll replay this as well. So you had your bullish flag, right? So right around here, once I start getting bullish momentum, I'm entering here. So my entry is right around here on that candle. My stop loss is below there, right? Not crazy. So if my entry's there, my stop loss is there, I'm around 28 pips. So perfect. And then I have my move to the upside. That was a nice clean trade. I specifically said last week USD Swiss franc was a good trade setup for a buy. And then as you can see, nice bullish move to the upside. Right? Nice bullish move to the upside. At this point, if you're in the trade from here, you're up 72 pips. You definitely moved up your stop loss, probably taking profit. In my situation, I would have moved up, protected at least 25 pips. When this bearish move happened, no problem. Now just wait for a bearish flag before selling. Right? But that's it. That's how I trade. Literally. Right? I was looking for price to drop anyways if it got back to the top. If it didn't, no problem. Now structure changed. I'm cool with it. That's my impulse. That was my flag. Now I'm looking for continuation down. Bearish flag forming for a sell. This should be a good one. I like this for a sell as well. That should be a very good one. Yes. I don't personally use it. So I don't use the money flow indicator. So I don't really comment on indicators that I'm not really big on indicators, right? Like this is the only indicator that I really like, the MACD. I'm not even a big moving average fan. I can really just trade off of this MACD. That's the only thing I'll use as like extra confirmation, confluence for me. MACD and Fibonacci. But I'm not even I don't use flow, I don't use pitchfork, so but it might work. If it works for you, use it. If it doesn't, then find another strategy. Or system. So again, when it's dark, when it's bright green, that means the uptrend is strong. When it starts turning gray, that means the uptrend is getting weak. As you can see, right? Just put your cursor on the chart. You can just look at it, right? As price is going on a nice uptrend, it's bright. As it's getting a little weak or struggling, then it shades. When it's on a down trend, same thing, right? Dark, and then when it gets light, that means the downtrend is getting weak. I think price is going to come up here before dropping off. Watch price tap in here, and then we're looking for a sell. Watch the sell inside this supply zone. Right? We're looking for that wave. Back that down to that downtrend. 400 pips. Look to sell here, right? Big move here. You're looking to sell here. Right? So wait for pullback before buying. That was my last notes on USD JPY. So clearly this didn't play out. Right? So let's watch it. Right? So boom. So I never got price to pull back. Right? Came up here and then just straight drop. When you see a strong aggressive drop like that, right? Notice price never came back around to go for that buy. So what do I do in this situation? I don't get in on the buy. That's it. I don't get in on the buy. All I'm doing is following all the rules, all the confirmation, what chart is showing me. In the end, we were really on a downtrend. Right? So overall trend was a sell. So when I was looking for price to come here, I was looking for this breakout. That didn't happen. Right? So price decided to continue on the bearish trend. All right. No problem. No reason for me to get in on a buy. Nothing is showing buy. So what do I do in this situation? I just trade with the trend. Let me sell. So this is a good setup. USD JPY, overall sell. Everything's looking for a sell. If I get a bearish flag, I'm selling. As long as everything lines up, I just continue to sell or buy. Just wait for everything to line up before buying or selling. I mean, it's that simple. All right. Same thing on gold, right? Overall uptrend. That's it, right? At a nice bullish flag here, right? So watch how this plays out, right? So I start getting bullish momentum. Now, I got this. This is pushing up. Now remember, you can go down to a smaller time frame. Instead of on the 1 hour here, your entry could have been here on the 30-minute, right? The smaller the time frame, the tighter entry be, but again, you're gonna be in and out a lot more, right? So pick your battles. Now, gold, once if I would have gotten here, based on the 1 hour, my stop loss would have been right around probably this top. And then as you guys saw on Friday, you had your move all the way to the upside. What I wanted to show you was where I would get in, right? And for me, a lot of people have this thing, right? Like they're in competition with other traders. I got this great wick entry. I got this great this entry. I got this great that entry. Honestly, like I always tell people, I don't care. As long as you're making money, you're profitable, and you're consistent, great. For all you technical traders who are trying to get the best wick entry in history, couldn't even show me consistent withdrawals for 5 months. I can show you consistent withdrawals for 3+ years. Day in, day out, week in, week out. And if you've ever been on a presentation with me, you already know. I do this all day, right? So I don't care. My goal is to be as profitable and withdrawing way more than I lose, right? So, sort of thing, some people, I got my entry down here. All right, that's great, right? But even if you got late to the party, as long as your rules are in place, in order, remember, your rules are there to protect you. That's your insurance. That's there to make sure that you're doing this correctly. So I want to make sure all my rules are in order before I buy or sell. So since my rules are in order, buy or sell, now I can comfortably take the trade. And as you guys saw, this thing just shot through the moon. So, with gold, it doesn't take much. Even on this trade right here, you still caught 300 pips, right? I rather 300 pips, I know what the hell that I'm doing, than trying to catch wick entries and I don't know what I'm doing. Because sometimes I'll catch the wick entry, sometimes I won't, right? You got those type of traders, right? So it's better to be safe than sorry is what I'm trying to get at here, all right? So just wait for a bullish flag on this one. If we get that, we can continue. Wait for that before buying. There's nothing to show on the MACD settings, Emily. It's just, I don't modify my settings. It's 12, 26, 9. That's how it comes. You just got to find the indicator. Go to indicators, MACD 4C. All right, guys. Last time I want to go over that. MACD 4C. Indicators, MACD 4C. Indicators, MACD 4C. That's it. See? I bring it in. First one. Boom. I didn't modify nothing. That's how it comes. All right. the main goal is knowing how to use this. That's what's more important. That's what I care about. For, like, you don't need to modify it. Silver, another nice trade going to the upside. All right. Now, be careful because we're entering some supply zone, right? We got this nice big bullish uptrend, but expect a pullback, right? And that is a possibility, right? Let's see what price does in there first, right? So you got a supply zone. Watch for a pullback before buying again. So we need this, kind of like gold. You need to see that happen. All right. You can buy into there, but don't be surprised if this drops, right? So wait for that first. Bullish flag and then buy. USD peso. Right, USD peso. Wait for that before buying. Right, you got one more nice goodbye before we get for this, right? Because you got this big move. See, look left. You see that big move? Boom. Those are the moves you want to look out for. The big drops and everything like that, right? And then once the market is trending, it's easy to buy within that trend. So these 4 hours, right? Every single time, what you were looking for while price was making these uptrends and price was pulling back, you're looking for the retest to buy again. Retest to buy again. Retest. See how this pulled back, but it didn't pull back to the zero? Had you go down to the 1 hour, guess what? You got your retest to buy again. So look at all the areas you could have bought. I could have bought here, right? I could have bought here, right? I could have bought here. All the areas you could have basically bought. Right? Same thing. Wait for the retest. Wait for that. Then look for your buy. All right. Let me get rid of this for you guys. So If you're new to my channel, how far back do you need to go? It all depends on where your education level is at. If you're like new to iMarkets Live and you're on this session, I would spend more time in basics because this is pretty advanced. So, I mean, I break it down simple, but you still need to know the basics. But I have some favorites at the bottom. I just started posting. You can watch those three. Actually, I don't know. I probably watched the last one, not wrinkles, because most people start with candlesticks. But wrinkles might work for you right off the top. But you can start with the favorites there. But anybody who's brand new, I mean, you can start with any one of my previous sessions. It's gonna take a while for you to like get used to like the terminology, what I'm looking for, why I'm looking for certain things. But it all depends on where your level of forex education's at, right? If you have a strong level of forex education, honestly, a couple recordings you'll be fine. If you're like brand new, then it's gonna take a few sessions, a few weeks, maybe even a month. All depends. Look to sell. This hasn't changed. We're looking to sell at the top. That hasn't changed. USD Turkish, right? So see that? Looking for that bullish flag. So you see when this bullish flag was forming, remember, even in a trending market like this. So in this entire 1 hour, this was an entire trending market. Right? So look at your MACD. This is a big trending market. But I want to get in these trades. I have a bullish flag forming here. I got a bullish flag forming here. How do I get into trades? So I'm asking you guys, what do I do? What would you do in this situation? I'm already on the 1 hour. I see a bullish flag here. I see a bullish flag here. How would I get in these trades? What would I do? What do I need to do to catch these moves? There we go. Drop down the time frame, smaller time frame. So I'll go down to the 30-minute. Now, right? I have two bullish, right? So I have a bullish. So you can do one or two things. You can stay here because clearly right here is where you would have gotten on the trade. You would have missed this bullish flag, but you would have gotten this. Why? Because that's where you got your retest. You would have got this. You would have missed this bullish flag. So if I wanted to catch this bullish flag, again, I just drop down to another smaller time frame. And as you can see, there's my retest, right? See that? There's my retest. And as you can see, my entry is right there. That's how you guys do it. So, I need that. Same thing here before going up. Wait for a bullish flag before buying. I hope you guys are starting to get this and understand this more and more and see how it's helping you become a better, more efficient trader. Right? Now it's starting to make sense. Now I'm starting to see how Steve is able to catch all these moves and this and that and da da da. Like you see this bearish flag right here? I'm on the 4 hour, right? So it eventually crossed. So based on the 4 hour, I would have entered right around probably here. So my entry is right around here. But that's on the 4 hour. But if I go down 1 or 2, so 1 hour, even 30 minute, that's why I said 2 max. Watch me scroll over there. Right? So boom. So right there. See that? I got a tighter entry than my 4 hour. My 30 minutes over here, my 4 hours over here. Both of them still profitable, but this is the tighter entry. You're still gonna get a great trade with either one. But this is the tighter entry, that 30 minute. Right? But wait for the bullish flag before buying. Trading exotics is awesome. I love trading exotics. If you, I have people on my team. I have one lady on my team. I don't know if Celeste is on. I'm calling her out, giving her a shout out. She loves trading exotics. She really doesn't trade anything else, and she absolutely murders it. Absolutely murders it. Kills it. If you trade exotics, you really don't even trade regular forex currency pairs. They move that much. All right, US 30. US 30 dropped as I was expecting. Nothing new there. Right? So looking to sell at the top. That was from Tuesday. As you can see, boom, boom, boom. Right? How did I know? Well, again, one, we were already coming from the top. Right? We had this nice flat channel here that was forming. You could tell it was moving corrective. So how I knew, I said look to sell. I didn't say sell, look to sell. Look. So that means if the sell presents itself, then I can sell. Look to sell. So how do I know that sell is going to come? Well, again, 1 or 2, right? So I'm going to use my 30 minute in this case. So right? This is what I'm looking for. As long as all parameters are met, that means I can get in this trade. So same thing here. So replay, look to sell. So while this was going up, right? And mind you, Tuesday was the 20th. So that means it was over here. So there was no need to sell. It was already in this uptrend. Look to sell. I said look to sell at the top. When it got to the top, this was your signal right there. So right there is your entry. Entry here. Because this is US 30, probably I wouldn't place my stop loss there. Probably here. Right? And right? Move all the way down. Right, so I mean, if you have a big account and you can place your stop loss above there, you can. But I know people got small accounts, so you want to be careful. So just be careful placing. So this was a bad example. You would have gotten taken out. But the main thing is look at how the entry played out. Right there, right there. Yeah, you got the little pullback, but it never really broke this high, right? And then that was your move to the downside. So now you're just looking for that again. Same thing, same rules. Right, looking for that, and then sell. Listen, everything that I teach you guys works universally. If I teach you something on one market, guys, think about it. I teach you forex, crypto. I go over one indice, right? Nobody really trades German US 30, and I teach you some crypto. My strategy works universally. If somebody's teaching you something on trading and it doesn't work on every single market, then that's not a full blown, I don't want to say it's not a strategy because the system might work. Like some people have a system for stocks, for gold, but anything that I teach you here, it pretty much works on every single market. All right. So I've already gone over gold, so you're gonna have to wait for somebody to pass out the link or watch the replay. All right. Already dropped the analysis for gold. We're moving on. All right. Euro JPY cross pairs. Right. I'm still looking for this. Watch for bullish reversal. Right. Still look for this because this structure right here. This is not going to keep dropping. Right. I mean, it can, but I'm pretty confident. If anywhere, this will probably be the next level, next low level right here. It can drag there before reversing, but I got a strong bullish reversal right there, so I'm looking for that to shoot up. Euro odd playing out very nicely. Euro odd playing out perfectly from last week's markup Sunday. Bullish flag, you're getting your bullish flag. Right? Same thing. Replay. Actually, we're gonna do this. So we were here on Tuesday, so let's watch how this plays out. All right. Let's watch how this plays out. And there's your momentum right there. So entry here on that candle. 30-minute candle. Right? That's your first entry. Stop loss here. Previous low. And right? See, right here, I'm stopping for a second. You see when price is pulling back right here? And this is where a lot of you guys would have gotten out of the trade. Oh my God, it's pulling back. It's pulling back. This is still strong. Still strong. I'm not looking to sell until this crosses back over. You're still in an uptrend. So it doesn't mean you have to jump out. Still strong. And not only that, overall structure is setting up for a continuation to the upside. So you shouldn't be looking for a sell. Just let your trade run. This should help you out with your confidence and your mental state of knowing how to swing trade and stay in trades. So you guys don't go crazy. Right? watching the trades, right? And this is how I backtest. This is how I was able to understand how the market moves. This is how I was able to say, hey, okay, this is what's happening. This is how I can get in a trade. This is how I can buy. This is when I'm not supposed to buy. This is when I'm not supposed to sell. This is how you backtest. So you see that? So you guys pretty much get the point. So from entry there all the way up, 300 pips from last Tuesday when I called the buy. All right. Wait for another bullish flag. Something like this, and then look to go up. All right. Euro, Swiss franc. Still watching for a stronger impulse. We want to see a breakout. I don't want to look for a buy because overall we're still in a downtrend. So watching for bullish breakout. I want to see a bullish breakout. We had that Euro New Zealand buy that I was looking for. That played out well. So whoever got into that, good job. Buy played out pretty decent. Nice bullish flag. Look to the upside. Caught around like 200 pips on that one. So that was pretty good. Right? The flag was forming right around here. And then, yeah, I had about 200 even. So probably cashed out right there. Again, wait for the next setup. Bullish flag, and then look to buy again. Right? Euro, Great Britain. Euro, Great Britain, bearish flag, and then pretty simple, you're getting another one. Another bearish flag for a sell. That was that. So wait for bearish flag before selling. Right? We want to see what price does when it gets down here. Right? Got that move and then that move. So Euro CAD, same thing, right? So a lot of these trades, cross pairs, played out pretty good, right? Looking for that structure, looking up. You had the breakout on Friday. Not mistaken. You're getting a bullish flag now. Simple, guys. You're waiting for the same setups. The same setups. The same setups, right? So if I'm on the 1 hour, I'm going to go down to the 30-minute on my MACD, wait for that retest, and then buy. Same thing, guys, over and over again. If you follow the rules, you will make money. I like this. Very good. So you can take that. That's a good trade setup. I like EuroCAD. Very good clean trade setup right there. I like EuroCAD. I like USD Swiss franc so far. I like USD CAD. That should be a nice sell later on this week. Yeah, I like those three a lot. I like US 30. That's what I like so far. All right, Great Britain pound pairs. So see, price coming up, and now look like we're starting to get a reversal. All right, Great Britain all. Right, so we definitely need a bullish flag here before buying. Right, so definitely don't buy here. You don't want to buy there. Very bad area to buy. I wouldn't be surprised if this just automatically turned around and just dropped. Definitely wouldn't be surprised. Do not buy there, right? Wait for a nice bullish flag before buying. Confirm bullish flag before buying. Confirm that it's forming first before buying. Because this can happen, right? See that? Watch for a bullish breakout. See? And look what happened. Price broke out, and then what it do? Reverse right there. So this is especially for new people, right? So you had a breakout, and most people would think, again, price broke out, watching it, and this is how you guys do it. So price broke out, see what price did there? So that was your breakout. Now we're at the extreme high. And then it looks like it's creating a bullish flag. And then look what it does. Reversed, right? So when it was making this bullish flag here, potential bullish flag, this is where you go. You drop down 1 to 2 time frames, right? Let's say you go down 2. Again, right? This right here, if you were operating on the 15, I could understand why you would have bought. So you would probably had a small buy right around here. Small buy, but only 20 pips. So at 20 pips, not crazy, move up your stop loss 5-10 pips, but ultimately this was a bad trade, right? If you would have stayed on the 30-minute, you would have known like this wasn't a clean bullish flag, because boom, after that crossover, down move. This is why, if you notice, when bullish and bearish flags are trending in the market, they align perfectly with the MACD. This wasn't a perfect alignment. That's why I always tell you guys, don't buy on impulse. Don't buy on impulse. Never buy on impulse. Buying on impulse is dangerous. You will burn and lose your account. Now, what we're waiting for is potentially this. If this happens, EG will go up one more, right? Great Britain, New Zealand, right? Buy. That was perfect. Right? You had your buy. And now, right, always identify your trends, know where you are in the market, right? We want to see this before we see that. Wait for pullback. Right? And if you want to get in for a sell, because you have a potential reversal, I can already see it forming, right? Just wait for the confirmations to line up before selling. Right? But ultimately, wait for that before you go long. I'll put notes here, potential smaller time frame. And then here, once price comes here like there, look for your buy. Great Britain CAD. Right, so same thing. Bullish flag, what did price do? Crossover, it retested this trend line, and then when it retests, and then it took off. It took off. 30 minutes, right there, and then this is your perfect buy, right here. See, let's watch this. Bullish flag, that's where I left you guys off last Tuesday, potential bullish flag. So look what happened. Boom. Price crossed. It didn't retest to come back off. So once I seen a big drop like that, no need for me to get in the buy. No need for me to get in the buy. No need. Right? As long as price doesn't go back in under the structure here for a sell, I'm good. It's staying at the top. So all right, I got hope. Right? It just didn't give me that bullish flag at the top here. So now I just wait for the crossover again before I buy. Let it come over, right? And then right around here is where you enter. Entry here, stop loss down here or down here, right? And as you can see, it moved to the upside. Right? Over 220 pips. See how fun and easy trading can be when you follow your rules. And then funny thing is, you had another retest for another buy. So that 200 220 could have turned into 290, possibly 300, right? If you played your cards right. So now I'm waiting for the same thing. All right. Wait for the pullback. Look to buy here if price doesn't break. See that? See that? We're looking for that continuation. And I think yeah, those are all the GBP pairs, all JPY. Let this come up, down, and then sell there, right? Let price come up, shoot down. It's gonna pretty much consolidate and zigzag in this channel. Look to sell when it gets close to here, and then look for your big move down. You decide to exit a trade based on how you mark up your chart. So I always advise. So for example, if I'm looking at this chart, I want to mark it up, right? I want to identify my overall trend. All right. So my overall trend on this is a downtrend, right? I want to identify strong levels of supply and demand, sort of like support and resistance. So this is a strong move up here, right? This is why price is reacting. So when I would have sold here on this flag, this would have been a take profit area for me. Why? Because based on what happened over here previously, right? So my take profits are always based on how I mark up my chart. That's how you should do it. That's why when I give you guys my markups, I have my trend lines pointing to like potentially price going here or down here, because that's where I'm looking for my take profit, right? You can do it that way, or you can do it based on, you might have certain rules. Some people, they don't do all that. They might only want 10, 20 pips out of the market every day. All right, trade that way. 10, 20 pips every day, right? Just have rules, have a system in place before you buy and sell, right? So bearish flag formed right there, right? Nice clean trade. See, if you would have sold here, same thing there. Nice move to the downside, right there, right? Price is coming back up aggressive. Might see a reversal, but again, I would have to see a breakout of this. So if I get another bearish flag, I'm selling. Right? So if a bearish flag presents itself, sell. On New Zealand. Now we were looking for this. Price is retesting. Right? Ascending channel, reversal, boom. We want to see price come all the way down before buying. Right? Let it come down some more. So wait for a small flag if you want. Right? Wait for that, and then you can sell. All right, wait for a small flag before you sell. Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaking out. All right. So that's your breakout candle. Now you got to watch for a flag. Wait for bullish flag before buying. All right. If you get a nice bullish flag, then you can ride this back up. Right? Back up to 11,000. That's easy. And Ripple. Not a strong breakout, so watch for the sell, right? Watch for a bigger breakout. Watch for stronger bullish breakout, correction before going long. And last but not least, Cardano, all set. Once again, guys, what I like so far, it's early in the market. I don't really like trading Sundays, Mondays. I really get rocking and rolling on Tuesday. But so far, what I like, what I see, I like, what did I say? I like EuroCAD. I like that. I like Great Britain odd. I like USD Swiss franc, USD CAD, and I like US 30 so far. Like I like easy setups, clean setups. All right, and then Cardano, you guys already know, wait for price to bottom out before going long. All right, guys, that's all. Stay blessed. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. Study, study, study. Always be a student. You know what I mean? We have convention coming up in a couple of weeks. I hope to see a lot of you guys there. I will be performing around 2 o'clock. Schedules, everything is going to be coming out. IML TV for Bounce Back is tomorrow. Tune in. Watch out for the signals on that product and everything. And that's about it.